Hey everyone, how's it going? So I just wanted to make a quick video today showing how I sync and sequence my modular using other gear in my studio, like Ableton, or in this case today, the Elektron Octatrack. And I just see a lot of questions out there about people, using these boxes and using gear like it with their modular, and people are wondering, well, how do you control it? How do you get them to communicate with each other? And it's actually very simple. What you need is a MIDI to CV converter. I use the CV OCD. There's a lot of them out there. I like this one because, it's got 4 CV outputs, 4 gate outputs, and then another 8 assignable gate outputs. I have channel 12 on here assigned to be my clock out from the Octatrack. And I'm sending that clock out to my tempi over here. And even though the Octatrack is the one that's sending my gates and the CV, I still like to have my tempi be in sync, of course, because that way I can clock my sequencer on here and use that for modulation. It just keeps everything together and working together as one unit. And I just think it's really nice to do it like that. So if I come over here to the Octatrack, I'm going to press MIDI to get over onto the MIDI page. And on track 1, MIDI track 1, I'll double click source to pull up the MIDI note setup page. And here is where you determine your MIDI channels that you'd like to send the information out on. I chose channel 1 here because I have my CV OCD set up to accept from MIDI channels 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so all you need to do is turn encoder A and press down to choose channel 1. And I did the same thing for track 2 here as well. And at this point, all you have to do is simply go down here and lay down some trigs. In the source page, you can set the main, like the bass note that you'd like to send it out on, but of course you can always P-lock or parameter lock different notes. So if I hold this one down, you can see the note is an E4, which is different from the G5. And if I press play here, and I look over at the tempi, you'll be able to see a bit of a jump as everything syncs up. There we go. Now we're all perfectly in sync. I'm going to go ahead and unmute channel 2. And there you go. And you can see that we're just, everything's in sync, everything's working. I'm going to unmute channel 1. And this is a lot of fun because at this point now, if you go ahead and just change the note, you can get a lot of variation. I think it's a really great way to create actual compositions using your modular as opposed to just aimlessly noodling, which is a lot of fun too. But sometimes when I'm trying to get an idea that I have in my head out, I need something with a little more intent behind it. So yeah, that's just basically how I use the Octatrack to control it. I'm going to do another video soon on how I use Ableton to control my modular as well, so stay tuned for that, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks everyone.